Hello there you guys, welcome to one of my videos. Ole Gunnar Solskjaer is not good enough. He's not the man to get Manchester United back to the top. Now Solskjaer is under pressure. We've lost 3 matches out of 4. We lost 1-0 to Aston Villa yesterday. It was the first time Aston Villa won at Old Trafford in 12 years. Aston Villa's winning goal came from Courtney Horse. Solskjaer reckons that Aston Villa's winning goal was offside. Bruno Fernandes missed a penalty in the 93rd minute of stoppage time. So we missed out on the opportunity to salvage a point. Maguire and Luke Shaw both went off with injuries. We lost to West Ham in the Carabao Cup. And we lost to Young Boys the other week in the Champions League. We shouldn't have lost any of them games. Furious Man United fans demand Solskjaer to be sacked as Ole outs trends following 3 defeats in our last 4 games. It's said prior to the Aston Villa game that Solskjaer's job is safe for now, but future may depend on the Champions League. Solskjaer has to win a trophy this season to basically save his job. He's not yet won a trophy as Manchester United manager. We haven't won a trophy since 2017. Solskjaer did mention the other week that we must leave a legacy of silverware. We know Solskjaer's ambition for this season, and that's to win the Premier League, and we're not going to win the Premier League under Solskjaer. We haven't won the Premier League since 2013. That's 8 years ago now. Solskjaer's out of excuses. You know, Man United have got a title-winning squad. And a few weeks ago now, Solskjaer told his Man United squad that it's better than the 1999 treble-winning team that Solskjaer was part of. You know, we've got Cristiano Ronaldo, best player in the world. Obviously, Ronaldo played against Aston Villa yesterday. And for the vast majority of that game, Ronaldo looked isolated, had to drop deep a few times. But Ronaldo has done well since he's re-signed. So far, he's scored 4 goals. By the way, Cristiano Ronaldo wants to retire at Man United. Then coach Cristiano Jr. in the Red Devils youth team. Well, prior to the Aston Villa game, Solskjaer said he believes Cristiano Ronaldo can keep playing for Man United in his 40s. Ronaldo is 36 at the moment. Well, Ronaldo's already hinted that he's looking to stay at Man United beyond his current contract. Ronaldo signed a 2-year contract with Man United with an option of a 3rd year. Ronaldo receives £480,000 a week, so he's the highest earner at Man United. Ronaldo wears the number 7 shirt. We got Ronaldo in a deal worth 19.8 million from Juventus. Ronaldo made it clear to his Man United teammates that he wants the Premier League this season. Ronaldo is already the all-time record scorer in the Champions League. Quite a few weeks ago, Ronaldo became the all-time international top scorer with 2 late goals against Ireland. Ronaldo's won 32 major trophies in his playing career, including 5 Ballon d'Ors. Ronaldo did well in his first spell at Man United. He scored 118 goals in 292 games in all competitions, and he won 3 Premier League titles, the Champions League, the FA Cup, 2 League Cups and the FIFA Club World Cup. And in his first spell at Man United he did endure 6 years. Well, when we first got Ronaldo, we paid 12 million for him from Sporting Lisbon. Sold him to Real Madrid in 2009 for 80 million. He endured like 10 years at Real Madrid, and Juventus got him in 2018 for 88 million, and he endured a few years at Juventus. We've got Jadon Sancho. He's a good player, but he's endured a poor start to his Man United career. I think Sancho will settle in at some point. It takes some players time to settle in. I said Sancho will do well at Man United, providing that Solskjaer uses him correctly. Sancho didn't play any part against Aston Villa. Can't understand why Solskjaer didn't bring him on. But in the cup against West Ham, Sancho was playing on the left. And he shouldn't be on the left because that's not his predominant position. The right hand side is Sancho's predominant position. That's where you get the best out of him. We got Sancho in a deal worth 78 million with add-ons included. Sancho's got a contract with Man United until June 2026. There's an option of a further year. Sancho to Man United was confirmed on the 23rd of July. We've got Raphael Varane. That's a very good centre-half. To Varane's credit, he's endured a very good start to his Man United career. We got Varane in a deal worth 41 million with add-ons included. Man United paid like 34 million up front. Varane signed a 4-year contract with Man United with an option of a 5th year, and Varane got given the number 19 shirt, didn't he? Varane is regarded as one of the best centre-halves in the world. He's highly experienced, and he's got a good pedigree as a player. He won a lot of trophies when he was at Real Madrid. He endured 10 years at Real Madrid. Don't forget we went in for Varane back in 2011 under the Ferguson era, and back in 2018 Woodward was prepared to sanction a £100 million move. Maguire, he's good when he wants to be. Maguire's also had bad games at Man United. I don't think he started this season too good. We overpaid for Maguire, got him in a deal worth 80 million from Leicester. He's the most expensive centre-half in the world at the moment and the second most expensive signing at the club. Maguire was a big miss for us towards the end of last season because he had ligament damage in his ankle. Eric Bailly, he's a decent centre-half. I heard he could be leaving in January. My element of concern about Eric Bailly is injury prone, so in that aspect, is a liability. Towards the end of last season, Bailly signed a new contract with Man United till 2024. There's an option of a further year. I want Bailly to stay though as a backup, so if Varane or Maguire get injured, then Bailly's the plan B. Bailly made his first start of the season in the 1-0 loss to West Ham in the Cup, and Bailly put a very good performance out. We got Bailly from Villarreal back in 2016 for 30 million. We brought him in under the Jose Mourinho era. You know, you've got Luke Shaw, good left back. Weren't too good yesterday against Aston Villa. Struggled against Matty Cash, like I mentioned. Went off with injury. He's injury prone, Luke Shaw. I think he's done well so far this season. Apart from the Villa game, he did well last season. In fact, last season, Luke Shaw was the best left back in the Premier League. Luke Shaw's been our first choice left back for a while, and he still remains our first choice left back despite the arrival of Telles. And I reckon he's had a good career at Man United despite his injuries. Shaw's been at Man United now for like 7.5 years. Shaw's got under 2 years left on his current contract. You've got Wan-Bissaka, good right back. There's aspects of his game that I've got to improve though. He's got to show more attacking intent. His crossing's got to get better. And his positioning's got to get better. But despite aspects of his game that need to improve, I still reckon Bissaka is one of the best right backs we've had since Gary Neville. Defensively, Wan-Bissaka's always been superb. To his credit, Bissaka played well yesterday against Villa. You know, he showed good attacking intent and he did provide width, and defensively he was also good. This season is Bissaka's third full season at Man United. We got Bissaka in a deal worth 50 million from Palace back in the summer of 2019. David De Gea, good goalkeeper. He's enjoyed a good start to this season. Obviously, De Gea had some nervy moments yesterday against Villa. Obviously, one of his mistakes came from a back pass by Harry Maguire. De Gea made some good saves in the game. He did produce a good save to deny Ollie Watkins. De Gea also made a match-winning save in the 2-1 win against West Ham. He denied Mark Noble from the penalty spot. He also made a good save to deny Jared Bowen in that game. De Gea has also made good saves in the games against Southampton and Wolves. Obviously, De Gea reclaimed his number one spot back. So, reflecting on that, Dean Henderson wants a loan move away. This season is De Gea's 11th season at Man United, so he's been a long servant. He's been with us since the Ferguson era. When it was the summer, he said De Gea decided to cut short his holiday by 2 weeks to fight for the starting spot, and he said he's determined to fight for his Man United future. De Gea's got like 2 years left on his contract, and he receives £375,000 a week. A couple of years ago though, De Gea was regarded as the best goalkeeper in the world. He's won everything domestically at the football club, and he's made over 500 appearances for Man United in all competitions. But in the last couple of years, De Gea has made mistakes, and he's been criticised for that. Dean Henderson, he's also a good goalkeeper. Returned not so long ago. Obviously, Henderson was in goal for the game against West Ham in the Carabao Cup. Don't forget, at one point, Dean Henderson did have COVID. Revert back to what I said not so long ago. De Gea wants a loan move away after David De Gea reclaimed the number 1 spot. Henderson did well in a lot of the games he was in goal for last season. Henderson has already got that experience behind him because he endured 2 successful loans with Sheffield. He's also had other loan spells before. Before the start of last season, Henderson signed a 6-year contract with Man United, so reflecting on that, he committed his future to the club. We've got Paul Pogba, that's also very good. He's enjoyed a good start to the Premier League season, 7 assists so far. He wasn't too bad against Villa yesterday. His passing was good at times, got in some good positions, had some chances but went wide. Pogba produced good performances for Man United in the last couple of months of last season, but at one point last season he was out with a thigh injury for a while and he sustained some ankle injuries at Man United. I'm hoping Pogba can sign a new contract. Pogba's current contract at Man United expires next summer. Before the start of the season, Pogba rejected a new Man United contract, and earlier on this season it said Pogba's very likely to leave Man United on a free next summer. Now, the other week, Paul Pogba's agent Mino Raiola suggested that Pogba could return to Juventus from Man United on a free next summer. Mino Raiola mentioned that Turin is still in Paul Pogba's heart. Pogba did enjoy 4 good years with Juventus before he rejoined Man United. The other week it said Juventus have no plans to re-sign Pogba next summer when his contract expires. Real Madrid have been relentlessly linked with Pogba, and earlier on this season it said PSG are pushing to sign Pogba next summer. It said he's set to join PSG on a free next summer. PSG couldn't get him in this year's summer transfer window because they got Lionel Messi. Barcelona have also want Pogba on a free next summer. Paul Pogba's brother Matthias Pogba came out the other week and said that Paul Pogba is yet to decide on his future, and he said his contract situation is up in the air. If Paul Pogba signs a new contract, I think he will earn around £400,000 a week. Paul Pogba's agent Mino Raiola though has done a lot of talking, hasn't he? And he made an announcement back in December last year regarding Pogba. He said Pogba's career at Man United was over. He said he was unhappy and he has to leave, and he's got no intentions of extending his contract. Solskjaer was furious with Mino Raiola's announcement. This season is Pogba's 6th season at Man United since he rejoined. He's won 3 trophies at the club so far, and he's our most expensive signing at the moment because we paid $89 million for him. We had Pogba when he was a lot younger under the Ferguson era, but had to let him go due to limited appearances. Obviously, Donny van der Beek, he's good, but we don't play him enough. That's the problem. Donny van der Beek played no part against Aston Villa yesterday. He obviously played the full 90 minutes against West Ham in the Carabao Cup. To his credit, put a very good performance out. Started against Young Boys, played well in the first half of that game, but he got taken off at half time, and I heavily criticised Solskjaer for that. Donny van de Beek must start in the Premier League. Don't forget Solskjaer rejected Donny van de Beek's exit because it said Everton were close to signing him on loan. Many clubs have been in for Van de Beek. Could be leaving in January. Don Hutchinson has already told Donny van de Beek he must leave Man United to save his career. And the other week, Pauline says that Van de Beek has absolutely no chance of staying at Man United. The other week, Van de Beek told Solskjaer his best position. He reckons he would be best served operating as a number 6 or as a number 8. And in recent weeks, Van de Beek's agent's done a lot of talking. This season is Van de Beek's second full season at Man United. We got Van de Beek in a deal worth 40 million for Mike's with add-ons included, and he's got a contract with Man United till 2025, and he's versatile. He can play in 3 different roles. You know, you've got Bruno Fernandes, that's a very good player. One of our best players and one of the best signings we've made since Ferguson retired. In most of Bruno Fernandes' games he's been consistent, but there's also been quite a few games where he's looked off the pace, we've overplayed him. Fernandes obviously missed that penalty yesterday against Aston Villa, put it over the bar, missed out on the opportunity to salvage a point. I think it's his first penalty miss as a Man United player. Fernandes has been at Man United almost 2 years now. You know, last season won Player of the Year, and he's won Player of the Month quite a few times, reflecting on his good performances. It said the other week Bruno Fernandes is close to signing a new 5-year contract at Man United worth £250,000 a week with the signing of Ronaldo. At the moment, Fernandes is under contract with Man United till 2025. There's an option of a further 12 months. Bruno Fernandes wants to stay at Man United. He's made that clear. We got him from Sporting Lisbon back in January 2020. You know, you've got Mason Greenwood. That's also very good. You know, played yesterday against Villa. Had some chances, didn't convert them. Greenwood scored 3 goals so far in the league this season. Greenwood's been an absolute revelation since he broke into our senior squad. Greenwood made his senior debut for Man United back in 2019. He's been a United player since the age of 7, and last season he signed a new 4-year contract. You know, Cavani, he's made an impact since he's come in. Cavani didn't start yesterday, but he did come off the bench. Saw Cavani and Ronaldo play together for the first time. Cavani's just come back from injury. I'm expecting Cavani to leave at the end of this season, unless he leaves in January. Back in May, Cavani signed a 1-year contract extension, and he's on over £200,000 a week. Don't forget Barcelona tried to get him on deadline day in the summer transfer window. I think they could reignite their interest in January, to be honest with you. Cavani's got a good pedigree behind him. Look what he produced when he was at PSG. Marcus Rashford, you know, he's good when he wants to be. But he's enjoyed his bad periods at Man United, and he's become injury prone. Rashford is close to returning. The other week it said Rashford looked sharp in training after shoulder injury operation. But we'll look much better when Rashford comes back into the team, because he has been a big miss. So there you go. We've got a good squad. So we should be pissing the league this season. Yeah, there's players that are not good enough to represent the club. You know, I don't think Fred and McTominay are good enough. And there's United fans that can't understand why we keep selecting Fred and McTominay in the centre of midfield. Obviously, Lindelof's not good enough. Phil Jones isn't good enough, but Phil Jones doesn't get into our team anyway. I don't think Matic is good enough, even though he's done well in some games so far this season. Martial isn't good enough either. So there you go. And obviously we've got some players that don't really play a lot. You know, Mata doesn't really get in the team now. Van der Beek doesn't play a lot. You know, Tellez doesn't really play. You know, Diego Dalot doesn't really get in the team. Neither does Phil Jones. Obviously, Bailly doesn't. And Lindelof won't get in the team a lot now because obviously Varane and Maguire are our first choice centre halves. And obviously Dean Henderson, you know, he won't get much chances because De Gea has reclaimed that number 1 spot. But if Solskjaer is to be sacked as Manchester United manager, who should replace him? Obviously, there's Man United fans that want Antonio Conte in. Maybe there's some Man United fans that are demanding Zinedine Zidane in. We just need a manager that's going to get us to that level, and Solskjaer's not the man to get us to that level where we want to be at. Obviously, you know, this season is Solskjaer's 3rd full season as Man United manager, and I said, you know, this season is going to be absolutely massive for him. You know, Solskjaer has managed over 150 games as Man United manager in all competitions. Our board have a lot of trust in Solskjaer. Obviously, Solskjaer got good backing in the summer transfer window. Obviously, John Murtough backed him, Darren Fletcher backed him, and surprisingly, the Glazers backed him. Solskjaer signed a new contract in the summer. It was a 3-year contract with an option of a further year, and like I mentioned, we made a mistake giving him that new contract because he won't see it out. Ollie has been in charge of Manchester United now for almost 3 years. He would have been in charge for 3 years in December. Solskjaer's learned quite a bit on the job. He's still got plenty to learn though because he's still a young coach, and Solskjaer's gained some managerial experience reflecting how long he's been with us, but Ole has no proven pedigree as a manager, and Solskjaer's decision making also concerns me. But whatever happens regarding Solskjaer, will always adore him because at the end of the day he's a club legend. He endured 11 years as a player for Man United and he flourished under Ferguson's guidance. Solskjaer's most iconic moment as a player was when he scored the winning goal in the Champions League final back in 1999, and he won the club the treble, and that is the club's greatest achievement. So anyway guys, that's everything to update you for today. Drop your comments, likes, below on the channel. If you do, consider subscribe as always, and take care. God bless. See you all again very, very soon.